that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over and I tried it out for the first day. And this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side. And I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time, all right? So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up, and then we're gonna try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11, so we'll see. Mm. Whew. Whew. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong. Like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right? Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, butternup, tan skin, mixed race, buttercup, Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm trying to work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa.
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me? Make sure you unmute yourself.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good,
Wait,
bro?
it's a
Uh,
little low.
On my side?
No, I think the computer is low.
All right. Everything is pretty good on the side. How y'all been, man? How was last week for you guys?
pretty good, pretty good. Can't complain.
That's what's up. Tina, how was you? How was yours?
Oh, it was great.
It was great. Okay. That's what's up, man. Yeah, it's a lot of interesting things have happened last week, man. Had a really busy schedule last week, man. I tell you, it was a lot of good things that happened. Recently started this youth football practice, personal and professional development for some young kids, man. Starting at ages 5 and honestly going on up to adults. But we're doing this little thing in Charlotte as well as Rock Hill, South Carolina. Um, when I tell you, man, it has been phenomenal. Like trying to get these younger kids to understand the importance of communicating, shaking hands, introducing yourself, speaking loud, speaking clearly, and making eye contact when you're introducing yourself and having a conversation. Man, it has been phenomenal. Seeing 5 and 6 year olds doing a better job than some grown people. It's been dope, man. Definitely encouraging more people. If you want to bring them out, All you got to do is just email me or hit me up on one of my social media platforms, man. And, you can either come out there yourself or, you can bring your kids out there. I also wanted to talk about your boy was recently on another podcast, man, called the Outliners Edge podcast, and that was phenomenal, man. It was a guy that's on the West Coast that invited me onto his podcast, and when I tell you, they definitely gave me my flowers, man. It's basically saying, yo, we see how hard you are working and just talking about my energy and everything that I'm doing to get that recognition from people that are on the other side of the freaking continent is crazy, bro. I was for the first time in a long time I was speechless. I was like, yo, this is crazy, man. So y'all see my work over there. I appreciate it, man. It was dope. Woo. Yeah. But enough about me. Let's go ahead and get into some of these hot topics. Let's start off with Gervonta Tank Davis. Did anybody get a chance to see that fight?
Yes, indeed.
My boy, my boy.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I called it. I said the seventh round. And I already said that dude was gonna have issues with that doggone hook, man. I said that he was gonna have his issues with that thing. I said the seventh round, but he ended up getting him out of there in the eighth. Did y'all have any predictions or anything before the fight?
Mm-mm.
I just knew Tank was gonna win that.
It was a lot of people down in the comments, man. Like I was looking it up online. A lot of people were saying that this dude was gonna give Tank some problems. Tank might get knocked out. I was like, yo, are y'all serious? Y'all really do think that this dude gonna be able to compete with somebody like Tank? Like it's obvious that y'all don't really pay attention to how hard this man like trains, how long he's been in boxing. And the one thing that you do not want to do is you don't want to go into a fight with one trick. And they kept talking about this guy's footwork and his jab. That's all you got? That's all you taking into a fight like this? Like that guy has been literally studying people since when did he start boxing? Was it like 7, 8 or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's what he had said. Or
Yeah. People like that pick up patterns, man. And if you continue to do the exact same thing that you did in every other fight, and you take that into one of the biggest fights of possibly your career, then you done failed before you done got started, my friend. You have failed before you have got started. Bless his heart. That was a crucial knockout, man. I ain't gonna lie, but I was screaming to the top of my lungs when he had knocked him out. I was like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen, man. I knew it was coming. That was a vicious KO. It's like what if you get knocked out and you woke up to the person that knocked you out flipping off the flipping off the buckles, man. How would you feel? He celebrating. Did he win? Yeah, yeah, brother. Yeah, he got that, man. Fight is over with. Whew, Lord. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about Kai Cent, man. Kai Cent was followed on IG by P. Diddy.
mm,
Yo, and I think the funny thing is, man, Kai has been in a lot of news lately. It's basically almost like his ride to fame. Like he's been doing a heck of a job, man. That boy's been working his butt off. He recently bought his mom a house. He's doing a lot of phenomenal things. But you know what they say when it comes to success, we oftentimes hear about the Illuminati and other people like that, man. And then you start hearing about them Diddy parties. And Kyle was like, I don't know if he's trying to recruit, but I ain't swinging that way, dog. I've been 10 toes down, and I don't plan on bending or breaking. Did y'all hear about what is it that bill that was passed for men the ages of 18 to 26?
No.
What was that bill in regards of?
What is it? War? I guess it was like every man
Lord.
from the ages of 18 to 26 has to register for the military draft.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, at least we ain't that threshold, I
that's
guess.
what I'm saying. We done passed that one. We good.
Yeah.
But Cardi B was talking about it, man. Cardi B was talking about it. She was like, man, this generation of TikTokers, people that are shaking their hips on TikTok, those are the people that y'all want to send off to war
Right.
to go against, I guess it's the Russians or whatever, to go against those people. She was
But
like, man,
but you but she's saying all that, but she was a part of that at one
absolutely.
point.
Yeah.
No, that look, no disrespect. Like I got mad respect for Cardi B and mad love for her, but you know what I'm saying? Like you were a part of that culture at one point.
Absolutely. She's still a part of it. I don't know why she's trying to
Yeah,
distance herself from that.
Well,
I guess
I wouldn't think she's distancing herself. I just feel like since she kind of knows about it,
Yeah.
like I know y'all see these folks out here, y'all really gonna put us or them out there?
I'm gonna keep it a band with you, man. Like when you start talking about other countries, man,
Hmm.
though the way that they raise, because they really raise their children. They really raise, the younger generation that's coming up. And I think that in this generation or the generation that's coming after us, a lot of us aren't technically being or haven't been raised, you know, um, when it comes to physical fitness, when it comes to mental, being mentally tough, emotionally tough. Man, you tell a kid work a job for about 2 or 3 damn weeks and they talking about they need a mental break. Like what? You just started this damn. What you mean you need a mental break versus you take that
well
thing back. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I'll say this. I'll let you continue, but I'll say this. And when it comes to a physical aspect, I think this generation may got us a little bit because this generation is all about trying to be fit and all that stuff. Whoever's they just trying to have the best bodies and whatever the case may be for social media aspects or for their lifestyle. But like you said, when it comes to like jobs and stuff, you're saying mental break or like when it comes to jobs, like our generation, we're all about putting a 2 week notice, work your time out.
Yeah.
They don't put in 2 week notice. They just quit and go on to the next job they can find.
Now let me ask you, right? Because we live in this Me Too movement or whatnot. You don't think that this generation coming up behind us is equally or more obese than what it was, I guess, in our generation?
Uh, well, that's a good question, man. I think um I think it's about 50-50 because it's because they this generation in the society and social media has taught like be in love with your body, and I think that's
Hmm.
been taught in every single generation. But now it's more of about keeping a fit body, no matter what it takes. If you do it naturally or you have to get cosmetic surgery, if you get what I'm saying.
Could
Yeah,
I?
yeah. Oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
So, all to body positivity and staying fit, but I feel like gym muscle versus being out there, we'll just say working on the farm, working on cars, those types of lifestyles and that type of training, that type of lifestyle is a little bit different. I would say it's a little bit different. Like it builds structure, character versus just I don't know for the look of being fit because you can look like you're fit, but you couldn't go over there and take care of yourself or be for your fellow man. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah. I think, and also, I mean, I agree with both of y'all, but I think that it kind of goes back to I want to say I think it was something that I had seen, man. But I'll just stay based on something that I was seeing. People actually kids being raised versus how kids are being brought up today. Again, most children aren't being raised to be adults, being able to defend for themselves, teaching them things like, hey, if the power go out, then this is how you got to go about doing things. If there's ever like a water shortage or whatever, there's things that you need to do in order to make sure that you're still able to survive. Like those children or that generation that's coming up in Russia, they a different breed. Like what Cardi B was saying, she was making a joke out of it, but she was like, they literally like hike over mountains and hills and fight bears in order just to get to school.
Mm,
She's being funny, but honestly, like I see some of those videos and stuff of them kids over there. It was like a little Russian girl. She was out there punching trees, and like she was punching through trees. No lie. I was like, yo, what the? She looked like she couldn't be no more than about 10, 11 years old. Out there, man, I was like, yo, for real, dog.
Well, you can definitely say that when I'm not gonna say that it doesn't differ from over here where we at, but you
Mhm.
do have like, parents out there or over here, they are very strict and they're very disciplined and structured with their kids. So some parents are gonna be like, you're not gonna be a lazy somebody, you're gonna be out here doing something. Regardless of what it is, you're gonna be doing something. And you like you said, like when we were raised, we were like our parents or grandparents were like, go be kids, but at the same time, like, hey, come in here and pop these peas with me. Go
Yeah,
ahead, let's go ahead and clean these green. Let's they teach you stuff while you're being a kid, and to that it's being exciting for us. But
yeah.
kids around this age, it's not exciting. It's about, let me see what's going on social media, TikTok, Twitter,
Hips.
Instagram. That's how it is now.
Let me pop these hips for TikTok real quick. Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. When they started talking about when they said pop them hips, boy, that's the first thing I started thinking about, man. Like everybody, all them
mhm,
kids and people on Twitter, man, up there moving and shifting their hips from side to side. Like, yo, what the hell is this? What is this person doing? Oh, that's the dance. That's a dance. Like, man, let me tell you something.
At least when we caught all that shaking of the hips and all that stuff, we caught that stuff at parties. We didn't catch that stuff out on social media.
Hell no, man. Like, so you doing, and then it's dark in there. You ain't gonna really be able to tell them what them moving their
Nobody know who it is. When the lights
damn.
come back on, that's when it's over.
But we used to dance behind. Like it was different. I think our era was a little bit different. Like when I went to parties and whatnot, it wasn't too many guys dancing by themselves. Like you stood on the wall until the girls got on the dance floor. They start dancing or whatever, and then you get behind them and then you do your little thing or whatnot. And then
But bro, come on, man. You already know what it is at the party.
Mhm.
When like Tina could probably vouch for it, she can say if it's true or not. Anytime when you go to a party and the guys be standing up against the wall,
Uh-huh.
and when they play a song that a girl like and it gonna get them going, the
Yeah.
guys gonna start making their way to the flow. And when you come behind one, the girls do that slight look back.
Oh yeah.
They give you
Oh
the slight look back just to see, is he cute? Is he
yeah.
whatever? Let me see what I'm
Yeah.
working with. When they give
Yeah.
you that look back and they give you a little smirk, oh yeah, you already know you in
You
there.
good. You good.
But if they give you that look back and they don't like what they see, they'll turn
Mm.
around, look at you, and start dancing a little bit
And
and make their way back in
they-
another direction.
hey, that thing hurt, boy. That thing hurt. That's why you gotta get a little slick with that thing, right? You know what I'm saying? You just kind of tap on the waist and let her know you want to dance or whatnot. And she can make a decision, you know what I'm saying? But you don't really draw too much attention to yourself when you do stuff like that. Just get a little tap. She look back, check, because
It's just a split
sometimes they
second.
gonna look up and down. They gonna check the shoes, outfit. Like, okay, all right, cool. I can rock with her. You know what I'm saying?
But it takes a split second. That's how
Yeah.
it's so quick.
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful, boy. You got to be careful, man. Oh, good
Tim, would you
time.
like to respond?
What? Sometimes I just stop. I'm really gonna give you another 1, 2 step. I'm just stop dancing.
Oh, that's even worse.
God, oh. Did she just walk off? It's like, oh man, you're in the hall of shame
Or
now,
you,
boy.
or the friends will drag you away from.
Like, oh yeah, yeah, you got some girls that'll do that too, man. That ain't right either. Like, girl, not him, not him. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Thank God that didn't happen to me. Oh
Man,
man.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't think it was ever a time that, what I'm saying, I had to worry about that. I ain't take too just to be quite frank, I ain't take too many chances. Most of the time I was just going to the sometimes they have food, you know what I'm saying? But I
Oh, the
was
fool.
I'm there to get the snacks and the drinks and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time I'm just there posted up, man. I was never really big on partying and going out like that. Like I dug the music, you know what I'm saying? I would, check out some ladies here and there or whatnot, but I'm just like, yo, bro, let's go make some money or play a sport. I don't give a damn about nothing else right now. Shoot, I'm a kid, man. Let's go make some bread. I was all about making money so I can go to the store. I don't want
Yeah,
to ask nobody for nothing.
yeah, and I agree with you on that because honestly, I was about 50-50 with it. Like I'll go party and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like how it is now. Like not
Mm-hmm.
like how it was then, bro. Like we can just go to a party and just chill out, have a good time, and don't worry about
Yeah.
nothing. But now
Mm-hmm.
you just can't go out
Mm-mm.
because you gotta watch your back at all
Yep.
times. Especially you might got that one person just ruin it for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Heck yeah.
cause I can't even tell you when the last time I went partying. I can't even tell you.
It's definitely been a minute for me, man. But I used to do like a lot of house parties. In house parties, everybody knew everybody. Versus, going to the club. This person might be from up north. This person might be, from Cali or whatever. And people be tripping about the type of colors that you got on. You look like somebody, and people literally go there just to start stuff. Like, what the really? You are grown, man. Like these people in here got jobs. Like we coming to have a good time and then leaving. Ain't nobody trying to lose their life over this. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good on this scenery, dog. I'm good. That thing got played out real quick. Shout out to one of my best friends, man, in high school. He kind of got started later. You know what I'm saying? So when he got hip to it, that's all he wanted to do. Hey, bro, we going to the club. We going to the club. I was like, man, bro, come on, man. I was actually kind of pissed off at him because on the day before we graduated, he's like, bro, come on and go to this little party with me, man. Everybody gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from South Point, Northwestern, and they having like a big graduation party. I'm like, they doing this the day before graduation? The hell? Like, we gotta walk the stage tomorrow, man. I'm trying to get my rest. I was like, all right, man, I'll roll with you, but I ain't staying long. All right, cool, cool, cool. So we go to this doggone little thing or whatnot. And I actually end up meeting some people that I raced against because I did do track my last year or whatnot. And it was cool. It was a vibe, man. But man, I was searching for this dude for like 45 minutes to an hour. He's still out there on the dance floor trying to get dances. Like, bro, like man, he took that as a sign of almost
Trying.
like getting the draws. Yeah, that was my dog, but yeah, man. Like, we got to go, bro. Let's get up out of here, man. But yeah, that was one of the last times that I partied in Rock Hill. One of the last time I partied in Charlotte was when this dude, I seen two guys get together, and I thought they was about to fight because they had done looked at each other. I was like, oh, like I know that look. I know, so I started checking, looking for my people or whatever. You know what I'm saying, making sure they good. And I'm, got my eyes on these dudes. These dudes in the middle of the floor have a damn dance battle. I was like, what the, yo, what the hell? What is this? This dude was literally pop locking, and they danced for like 2 or 3 songs. I was like, yo, bro, this is the last time. You ain't got to worry about me coming out ever again. You got two
But
grown men.
honestly, let's be honest here. I'd rather see that than somebody get into a fight.
Not 3 songs though, bro. Not 3 songs. Like, listen,
Yeah,
if you
maybe
gonna
not
if you
three
gonna get there,
songs.
you know what I'm saying. But y'all starting to do some of the same dances. I got tired of it. I was like, man, come on, dog.
That's cool. Three songs is a little bit overzealous, but I would. But if you just do a dance battle to one song, I'd rather see
Yeah,
that than somebody get
yeah,
into a fight and ruin the whole party.
yeah. I'm with you on that though. Yeah, I definitely rather see that than yeah people showing out or whatnot. But I was like, man, there's too many women in here for y'all to be sitting here beefing with each other over who gonna be the better dancer, man. Everybody had to just kind of like walked away. Like at first it was kind of dope. I was like, okay, cool. And then after a while, you're just like, man, all right, bro. That's almost 9 minutes. 3 minutes on. That's like 9 minutes, man. Bro, we tired. You sweating, he sweating. Y'all doing the same dance. It's time to move on. But yeah, before we go on to the next one, I did want to end it with this. Yo, failure to register would be basically like a felony. And they also trying to put other things with that. So if you don't register and you're within 18 to 26, that could be somewhat like a felony. They're in the process of passing that bill. I don't think, it's went through right now. They're like 209 votes to like 199 or something like that.
Do you think it's gonna get passed, or you think
No,
nah?
man, because those bills they're always tied into like other things, and it's like if something else on that bill is like on the extreme, then no. Because I think like abortion is mixed in there. I forgot it's something about abortion and a few other things, man. So honestly, I don't think that it's gonna get passed. Like
Mm.
after they go through all of that crazy mess, man. Oh yeah, also man, Tank Davis is actually having a another child as well. The mother of his children or of his child, she announced that she showed like a little pregnancy test to say she's expecting.
Mm.
But people was already saying, listen, man, they already done had some things with each other, cause she had called the police on him, saying something about, he was being abusive towards her. And then she later retracted her statement and said, I apologize. He's actually not abusive. We were just basically just in a toxic place or whatever. And people was like, he need to
Was
get
that
away from her.
this? Was that the same one where he told her she couldn't drive his car or something like that?
Possibly, I think that's the same one. I believe so. Yeah, man, the same one he been having dealings with, and they've been having a lot of issues and stuff here and there. Like, bro, you in your rise of fame, man. You do not need nobody like that in your corner. All right? For
Say that
real.
again.
Yeah. You do not need nobody like that in your corner when you on your rise of fame, man. For real. And he on the up and up. That's 30 wins, 28 by knockout. Like, only thing you need in your corner right now is support, my friend. You get rid of that toxic mess and you'll see. God, dog, bro. But yeah, man. Yes, again, huge shout out to Tank, man. Keep doing what you're doing, dog. For real. Absolutely love seeing a brother on his on the up and up. Before we get into this next topic, I do Tina, you got it on the screen. You'll be able to pull it up, just share the screen. We're gonna get into the reason why we're doing this podcast in the first place, man. Are you familiar with Pop My Balloon?
Yes, I've seen a couple of episodes from what's her name? Arlette, and then some from some other people that's been trying to get on the bandwagon, but she seems to be more organized with her.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
With everything, yeah.
Yes, yes. Some of them other ones are just wild. They just wild. That's the best way I could put it. It's just wild. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Hey, Cole, have you seen any of those like Pop My Balloon shows on YouTube, TikTok, or anything?
Yeah, I think is it like when women disclose some about them, what they like and whatever, and if the guys don't like it, it just pop the balloon or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay, yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
yeah, yeah. So this one is by Arlette, but I'm gonna tell you, man, people that go on her pop the balloon, that's like a newfound fame, man. Like you get on there, everybody gonna watch. They gonna share clips from it. You see a lot of people doing reactions and stuff from it. So have you got a chance to pull it up, Tina? Pull it up on the screen real quick so we can go ahead and check it out. So we'll be able to see, you know, or the viewers will be able to listen on what that look like, man. But yeah, I've actually been following her for a while, man. She's her and her husband is actually a really really dope creator. Yeah, you can actually play it from that. Yeah, you can go ahead and start it, man.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the
No,
tattoo?
I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their
Don't do too
arms.
much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do too
Queen.
much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all I
Okay.
was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body
You just
parts,
wasn't
but
looking at my
that's not what it
eyes.
is. No,
That's
I was
all I
looking
was
at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your arms,
Anyways,
Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much
Well,
though.
you're not qualified,
All
baby.
right,
So
that's
that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking.
Hey,
She
pause it
ain't even
real
fit
quick.
to.
Pause.
Hey, excuse.
But anywho, I just wanted to say that this guy right here has been going viral, man. I've been seeing this dude so much on TikTok. I've been seeing a lot of reactions and stuff on YouTube about this guy right here, man. Some people, it's like in between. Some people are basically just saying, out of all the guys that were coming on there, this was one of the guys that was pretty much just standing on this square and just saying like, this is what I like, and this is what I don't like, and people got an issue with it. And then the other people were basically just saying that, no, he's just being a sassy guy, and he shouldn't have all that doggone confidence because of his height, because of how he looks or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to get y'all take on this real quick.
I'm gonna let Tina speak on that first.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on it, Tina? What are your thoughts about him?
I mean, at first I was like a lot of people were. Well, no, did they say that? Well, I said he was rude at first, but then I was just like, well, it was one of the girls because I did watch this episode. It was one of the girls. She was like, yeah, but she was like, I would prefer that my guy, knows what he likes and pretty much shut down all the other women and stuff like that. Just like not be in everybody's face. And in a way, I feel like he portrays that type of character, but it just seems kind of, like I said, rude. So, um, yeah, I was kind of like on the on the side where there was like, oh yeah, he's kind of like sassy and stuff, but you know, I feel like it's acceptable. It could be acceptable. It's just like the way that he delivers his comments could be a little offensive, but you got people out there that's just like that.
Okay, okay, I respect that. All right, Cole, you want to go ahead and go? I'm gonna get a little spiel. I'm gonna get a little different spiel, so I'm gonna let everybody else go first.
I'm gonna be honest about it. Like, I really can understand why, because like you said, everybody has a preference. They have what they like and what they don't like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's definitely a way of going about it without, you know, to me, it felt like he kind of berated that girl. And one thing, I'm not about belittling or berating anybody. So there could have been a way about it. He could have probably said the same thing, but he could have went about it in a whole different way. Like, hey, I think you're beautiful. Like, you got everything I need, but I really just don't appreciate women with hairy arms. So like, if I choose you, I would prefer if you know, take care of that and stuff like that. If he if he would have went about it that way, she probably wouldn't have reacted the way she did. But you never know. She probably can't help that. She probably get it waxed or shaved and then come right back. Never know.
Oh,
Mm.
go ahead. You want to go real quick? I hear you over there
Oh,
too.
I was just commenting saying true, true, just agreeing. And yeah, kind of how I was saying in a way, he the way he delivered his comments were a little bit rude, but again, everybody is their own person. And yeah, sometimes some people do need to hear those types of things, but at the same time, it's again, you know, that was his preference and he let it be known.
Excellent, excellent. I definitely rock with both of y'all, man. And again, I told y'all I was gonna take a completely different approach with this. He was me. I was him. But I think I was like that really because one, I didn't really necessarily have any interest in, most of those young ladies in my school because I had already kind of like heard things about them. And then after I did end up getting a girlfriend, it was like I ain't got no reason to be talking to y'all little thoughts any doggone way. So you ask a lot of women what they thought about me in school, I guarantee they would say he was mean as hell. Mean as hell. He's one of those guys you would speak to. He would give you a death stare and keep walking. Like, like, what did I do? God, dog, I don't understand why he don't like. But when it comes to, a guy that knows and he understands what he wants or whatever, and I ain't saying that dude ain't got locked up, but depending on, where you have came from, this is just pretty much how some people just operate. Like, listen, I wasn't looking at your breasts. I was looking at your hairy arms. And I don't like that. The women that I deal with just don't have that. And one thing about it, again, the delivery could have been a little bit different, but he didn't call anybody out of their name. He didn't curse anybody. I didn't hear that guy raise his voice at any time or whatever. So I'm like this, like, again, everybody can always say that the delivery could have been better. But if I'm just telling somebody, listen, the people that I deal with or the women that I speak with or that I decide to deal with, they don't have all the hair on their arm. You know what I'm saying? Anybody would like, I mean, he could have just left that out. He could have just said that, he just prefer not to deal with her or whatever. So I mean, I kind of understand it, man. I understand why that man said some of the things that he says because I've been there. Now things have kind of shifted and changed a little bit as I've gotten older because I now create content. So, I have to speak and talk to people a different type of way because, that's pretty much what I do. And I want to keep the conversation going. So, of course, I'm not going to be as, I guess, straight to the point as he is. But this is a dating show. Right? And if you see something, and she also told, I'm pretty sure she told it to the other people backstage as well. But she tells the contestants that do have the balloon, if you see something that you don't like, then pop it. You know what I'm saying? If they say something that you don't like, then pop it. And then we've actually talked about this off camera as well. She do have her little ways about like asking questions. So what don't you like about them? They just not my cup of tea. What do you mean by that? Like, dang, I was trying to be nice. Like, damn, okay, all right, well, I guess we got to go there then. Like, I don't like the fact that they got one long leg and one, short leg. Like, I wasn't trying to point that out, but you sitting there, you picking at it.
Pushing the envelope.
Right, man. And she will. She will kind of like dig a little bit, you know what I'm saying, when she's sitting there asking certain questions. She gonna get it up out you. She one of the people that's gonna get it up out you. She will act. but I did want to hear like the end, because believe it or not, this guy still end up going home with the young lady after all of that. Can you believe that, Kobe?
Shoot, I can I believe it? No, I don't.
Yeah, see if you can bring that clip back up and go more towards the end of it, so you'll be able to see which girl he end up taking home.
Like how far?
Right there. That's good. Yeah, now you can play that.
As well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all, and some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly, yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time. If you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love, or are you here to just
I'm
insult
I'm trying to
everyone?
create a family.
Okay.
That's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We
Okay.
might as well get up out of here right
All
now.
right. Well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it gonna be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you for
It's gonna
her?
be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match. All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay.
All right, you can stop. So the crazy thing is that dude end up leaving what most would consider the baddest one out of the entire group. what you got to say about that, Kobe?
It seemed like them other girls were a relief. The way they were looking, it was like, thank God, thank God.
But what he could have did, what I thought he should have did, he should have been like, "Hey, I told y'all, listen, I was still my authentic self, and I still end up leaving with the baddest one out of all of y'all." That's what y'all got to say. Hate it or love it. So it kind of brings me to my next question, man. Like, how most people would consider that to be a little bit arrogant, a little bit on the cocky side, the kind of bad boy or whatever, or even if they want to call it sassy. Why in the world do guys that act like that still end up getting what some would consider the baddest ones out of the group?
I definitely think that is something to do with a little bit of cockiness,
Mhm.
but a lot of confidence. Because I definitely think I, when we were younger, I would think a girl or a woman would love having a guy that's somewhat shy. Some women like guys that are shy, but nowadays a woman like a guy that's confident. Like be a little bit of arrogant, be a little bit cocky, be confident in yourself, and whatever you say, be confident in it. If you feel that you just the creme de la creme, all right, cool. But there's a certain level to it of like you just over exaggerating,
Mhm.
or like you got that calm and cool, like I'm confident, I know I look good, I know I can get anybody in this room with
Like
my
balance.
personality. That's how I look at it.
Like balance. Are you describing something like you got to have a balance between the two? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, know you're confident or whatever, but still have like a laid back or whatever. Not out there.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Tina, why in the world? Help us out here. You'll be able to speak from the women's perspective or whatnot.
Not really. Cause really I was agreeing with what he just said. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a little bit of the balance um about it. Cause you want well, as a man. So you want your man to be able to voice his opinion, know where and when he should speak on it, know what he wants, know what he likes, dislikes, know what he tolerate, not, and still be able to, you know, pretty much know when to pull it back, like stay within, reasonable means to where it's confident and not overboard, not, you know,
Arrogant.
yeah, not arrogant. Like it's just it stands strong.
Yeah, women like a little bit of arrogance though. I feel like from what the things that I've seen, through watching all this content or whatever, I feel
Yeah,
like women. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
um this may or may not fit as well, but I seen something, I was everything mostly is of what I've seen. Real quick, little quick searches, but I've seen something where it was like um agreeing that women tend to like the mystery or how did it go? Yeah, but men that may have be a little bit mysterious, like if you read some books, they always say tall, dark, and handsome. And I'm thinking that dark, because the lady was like, I, I get tired of having changing the ethnicity of the character, because sometimes it's like a Caucasian, and then
Yeah.
she has to change it because they say dark, but someone was like maybe the dark is like he's a little bit mysterious, he's
Okay.
hiding something and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So um yeah, I think it kind of goes.
It definitely makes sense, man. But I mean, we oftentimes hear, because I like to say a lot of women. I don't think a lot of women really know what they want, or they'll spit out this I don't know these things that they've heard a lot or whatever as being like the perfect man. I honestly don't believe that majority of women want a nice guy. That's just me. I don't think that most women really want a nice guy. Because the reason why I say this is because I oftentimes see those nice guys. When women get those nice guys, they mistreat them, they leave them, they dog them out, and they end up going to go deal with somebody that they say that they wouldn't, what I'm saying, really get with like that, or the women that they probably the type of guys that they should be staying away from. Those arrogant, cocky guys that all of that have all these women and things around them or whatever. They say that, but then again, they turn around and go straight for them type of guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Please let me know. Please let me know. This is what I see often. I see this very, very often.
I was going to say something about the law, like not the law of attraction, but just attraction. And sometimes, well, what I've heard was it doesn't acknowledge the words or the word I don't. So if you say I don't want arrogance or I don't want a cocky guy, it's gonna send you one.
Oh, Lord. But they got access to all of them, right? Let's just put it like this. I
Mhm.
think that most women have access to almost all guys, because even when a guy says that he has a type, man, let me tell you something. You spend enough time with that guy. I don't give a damn if he has that chin, that body, the amount of money, whatever. You spend enough time around that guy, you rub off on him. And if you catch that man at the right time, you know what I'm saying, you cook him a nice meal, you arouse him a little bit, you in there. And your job is really just to maintain and just keep that position. Now, I don't think the same thing can honestly be applied to guys, right? I think that in most cases, when women see a guy, they automatically put that man in a position. Listen, this is a friend zone type of dude. Like, this is somebody that I would never sleep with. I don't give a damn what the circumstances may be. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But when it comes to women, like they have that option. Like that option is pretty much always there, but they still have continued to go left instead of right when you know that nice, kind guy is the type of guy that would easily be somebody that could be my husband. You know what I mean? Somebody I can spend the rest of my life with or whatever. But that bad guy, you know what I'm saying? He might not, blow my back out a few times, maybe a little bit more than old boy over there that's wearing that suit all the time. Like, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with him. That temporary thing.
Good question.
Why they do that, Kobe? Let me know, man. Most, I'm not saying all, but I think that most, I see a lot of women kind of going to the left with that.
Um, all I can say with that is when it comes to knowing what they want, and I'm not trying to bash women for this, but it's true. A woman thinks she knows what she wants, but she really don't. She said a woman will say she wants a nice guy. That nice guy does not come into the picture until that woman matures.
Now,
Up
when you
until the
say
point,
mature, now when you say
because
mature, I want to zero in on that a little bit. When
all
you
right,
say mature, what do you mean by that, brother? I
because
want
I say this because everybody says that women mature faster than men.
to. Mm-hmm.
But in some cases, yeah. But when it comes to the mentality of like settling down, wanting that long term relationship, looking for a family, wanting to get married, that's where we as men we mature faster because at some point around 25, 30, we know what we want. We know what we would tolerate. We know what we want. We know what we want to love, who we want to love us long term. Sometimes women are still going through that phase of like, um, I want to have, I want to date, I want to see what's out there, and
There
there's
it
nothing,
is.
and there's
There we
nothing
go.
wrong with that. Trust and believe, there's nothing wrong with that because us as men, we want to be out there and see what's out there and see what works for us. But
Now,
you
when you
say
say now, I want to kind of zero in on that dating thing. All right, especially when it comes from because again, I think that men and women are different. I mean, I can ask, do you think that the same rules apply for men and women when it comes to dating and having sex?
no, it's a double standard.
Yeah.
Everything that a man does, that a woman does, is gonna look totally different. Vice
Okay.
versa, for like for a woman does that a man do.
Mm-hmm.
Like like we've talked about this on the podcast a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
If a guy has sex with multiple women, he gets praised. If a woman has sex with multiple men, she is most definitely she is titled as a whole. Like that's what it looks like. If a woman is emotional, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if a
Okay.
guy gets emotional, he gets sensitive, he's weak.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Good case in point. Good case in point. Touche.
So everything is a double standard. Is everything when it comes to men and women is going to be a double standard. And I also say this: a man with, and I'm not all women are like this, but I'm just gonna speak it. A guy would take a girl that works at Burger King and love her. Would you see a woman do that for a man? Not all the time.
In most cases, no, I don't think so. Not in most cases. Not long term. Again, I think that some women are willing to accept some things short term, but I think that again, I think that women are oftentimes going to choose the best available option. I think they are by nature hypergamous. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I just think that a lot of people need to stop lying and saying that they are something when they're not. I think that's the issue that I often run into when I'm having like certain conversations or whatever. People are not honest. Like just keep it a bean, just keep it real. I was actually having a discussion with one of the people that I do like reactions and stuff with or whatever, and just trying to get that person to realize that listen, you are selfish, and that's okay. Listen, I will tell you a million and one times that I'm selfish, especially when it comes to certain things. But when you go into a situation and you're getting something out of the deal, like, listen, having these public interviews and stuff with different people, it's honestly helped me really see like the mindset of a lot of different people. And just the fact that you can't be, I think the issue that I'm having with is you can't be at least honest with yourself. Like, they really done convince themselves that no, this is not selfish. No, not at all. So, you're talking to, more than one person or whatever. You're keeping the good guy in the friend zone, but you're letting, this person, do all of these different things, and then they wonder why you end up in certain situations. Like, I'm a good person. I don't know about all that. Yeah, we gonna have to
Yo,
take that.
yo, that's a perfect way for me to ask this question to Tina. Why is it that um sometimes is it true that sometimes women know their decision was what decision is going to be if they decide they want to see where this thing goes with a guy when it comes to talking to them and um friend zoning them? Is it true that a woman would know that off the rip?
Ask it again.
So if let's say if there's a girl that I see and I want to talk to her, would that woman know from the get go, or I'm gonna continue to talk to this guy, see where it goes, or immediately I'm gonna friend zone him?
Honestly, I think that could be the problem, that women don't, I guess you could say, don't take the chance to talk with another, with the opposite sex to see where it goes when it comes to those types of relationships. They kind of just want to see what is, like how Katie was saying, like see what it is right now with the other dude, and kind of have the good guy on the back burner because she may know where it could be going, and try to hold him in the pocket. And I feel like some guys do that too to some women as well.
Oh,
Like,
whoa, oh, hold on now.
We
What
getting
you talking
somewhere. We getting somewhere. We
about?
getting somewhere.
Wait a minute. What you talking about? Guys know that.
I feel like some guys, they know that they may have a good woman that they, kind of keep close to them, but they still out there. Like,
Hmm.
uh, the lesbian homie.
Uh huh.
When, what's the guy name? Uh,
Bruce.
not Bruce, the brother.
Oh,
Uh,
dang, I don't forgot his name. I don't know if it's but I know who you're talking about. But yeah.
yeah, him. They was saying that he be out there, blah blah blah, but he really had a thing for Reese's best friend for a long time.
Hmm.
Like, they know, I'm not exactly sure if she's a quote unquote good girl or whatever,
Yeah.
but he was still out there doing whoop whoop doo woo da 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 da. But once he got to a point where he wanted to, and I'll say once a man or a woman get to a point where they're like, okay, I want to pursue the good person, then I'll go over to the good person.
I think it's
But
a little
but
different
why
when it
though?
comes to
But
men and women, though. I think, first of all, I think it's a difference when it comes to men and women when it comes to choosing who they want to be with. And before I know Kobe's gonna ask why. Before we get into why, I also wanted to point out something. When a man knows that, or he's been able to identify, this is the person I want to be my girlfriend. This is the person that I want to be my wife. This man did not technically, he didn't really approach her because she was her, what is it, her sister's like best friend. He didn't really approach her until he was ready.
Hmm.
Once he understood that, listen, this is the young lady that I can see myself with long term. This is the type of person I can view as being the mother of my children, my wife, or whatever. When men identify that, they go after it. It's not no, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna keep her in the pocket or whatever. Same thing as Anton Daniels. right? If we're starting to speaking in real terms, not just based on skits, but he told the young lady, I don't forgot what his doggone wife's name is, but
Rita.
Rita, yeah, Rita. He's like, listen, you gonna be my wife, and she was probably like, whatever, like, come on, man, we still in freaking high school, like, what are you talking about? But he's like, listen, you gonna be my wife. He had already identified because she possessed everything that he was looking for at a young. They were in high school, and that man already knew and was able to identify those things. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I think when it comes to that, when a man sees that this young lady is everything that he wants in a wife, they ain't taking them doggone chance. Now it's some guys that they may keep around, like what you call it, dang, I done forgot the freaking name of it, man. God, I forgot the name of it. But I think in a lot of cases, I think that a lot of guys want. They're not keeping those women around because they think that but it could be like based on potential was going to go into the next question or whatever. They maybe want these women or that woman to be their wife, but they maybe haven't yet shown like this is what I need out of you. I need for you to be able to be molded into that young lady that I want you to be. And I think that's the only reason that a lot of guys might kind of like, again, what you say, like keep them in the pocket or whatever, because I want you to be that person, but you have not yet shown that side just yet. Now we can go back into it. If you want to respond to that, you can. But I haven't forgot about Jacoby. You was asking why.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just try to understand why, cause um, I ain't afraid to say it. I know I've been on the tail end of some situations in my younger days where uh I've always been told to be friends with the girl first,
Mhm.
but sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot and see where it goes. It can, because I've always been the person that took rejection very well because I've always been taught like all that person can say is no.
Mhm.
So the reason why I say that because I always wonder, I was like, yo, do a girl or a woman automatically know if she gonna friend zone me when she initially first meets me? Is because I try to be a friend first, or I don't let my intentions be known from the rip. Those are things as I'm asking because that's why I wonder why. Like, is it because of our approach, or she just knows from the rip? Like, all right, he's gonna be like a friend, so I'm gonna tell him that like, hey, we've been spending a lot of time together. It's been great, but I see you as a brother. Which I've never got my point. I've never got to that point where she told me that, but I've always been. Sometimes I've been told from the rip like, yo, I got this going on, I got that going on, so I'd rather us be friends. Which I already knew what that was because I heard it before.
Mhm.
So that's why I was just wondering.
So
Well,
yeah,
we might have to ask some mass of women.
I can do that in the next what you call it, public interview. And the question would be phrased like what do women in general pretty much know when you first meet a guy if you're going to friend zone him or not, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna tell you right, I wanted to comment on this, but I wanted to make sure that I give the young lady a chance. I think that yes, I think that most women know within the first few seconds of meeting a guy, whatever, if they gonna friend zone him or not. That's me speaking before we actually get into the net of things. But I think so, man. I think you gonna have some of them out there that be trying to cap and act like, no, I honestly, I didn't expect for it to, get to that point or whatnot. But like yeah, you knew, you damn it,
Wait, so what's his question? Do they know or why do they friend
huh?
zone?
Well, we can he can put that out as two questions. Why why or why do they initially friend zone the guy without even really knowing who he is and getting to know him? And do they know initially when they meet somebody or meet a guy, interact with them, they're going to friend zone them immediately?
What I forgot, it was a comedian that was saying something about that too. You got a lot of girls out there that got that what do they call it? Like that when you break the glass, that break the glass D, like just in case of emergencies or whatever. That guy
Well,
that's in the friend zone.
I watched this. I watched the show. This came out long, like maybe 2015, 2016, 2017. It was the Conan O'Brien show. It was Kevin Hart, Ice Cube. They were doing like a little skit thing where they're doing like student driving with this girl, and and Ice Cube said that Kevin's like the funny friend zone guy. It's pretty much you get friend zone. He's like, you the funny friend zone guy. It's like no girl wants you, but they know you funny, so they're gonna keep you around.
Yeah, why do they? Yeah, the question is why do they friend zone those guys? But I think it kind of goes back to what I was saying or whatever. It's that little glass, that glass D that they done basically like, just in case of emergencies. Like I don't see a future with this guy, but maybe he's funny. Maybe he has some things that I can kind of convince myself this is the reason why I'm sleeping with this dude or whatever. Or this is the reason why I'm taking it there or whatnot. This is not again. I don't. Most of those guys, it's like because women know, man. Women know. Like they know if they're attracted to a guy when they see him, when they meet him, when they have talk to him or whatever. They know. Most of them gonna cap man like they don't, but we know what's going on.
So then could it be a similarity to what you was just saying about like um how do you say it? Like like you said, the guy, he knows he knows that he want this particular woman to be his wife, but she's not there yet. So could it be the woman knowing that she knows that she knows that she want him, which could be friend zoned, to be her husband, but he's not there yet.
I would say no because again, I don't think that men and women are the same. So I would never say that, you know what I'm saying, the same rules apply. Absolutely not. Again, at the end of the day, women are hypergamous and a woman, well, a guy, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, right?
Hmm.
And this dude, let's just say for instance, he knows, you know, what I'm looking for in a wife is somebody that's loving, somebody that's not selfish. Because I think that in order for you to be a mother and to be a partner, spouse, or whatever, you can't be selfish. So it's certain things that she's going to have that everybody else isn't going to have. And I think when it comes to a woman, in most cases, growing up or whatever, like you're supposed to be taught certain things. You're supposed to be like groomed into being that what you're supposed to be. I think that men across the board are or they can change. Like they're supposed to change when it comes to a lot of things. But I think that women are pretty much, I'm not saying that they're whole, but I'm trying to figure out how can I put this.
Anyway, I think I see how you where you're going, but I'm relating it to, it was a different podcast we was watching, and the guy, he had a diagram where he was like the woman is at the top. He was like the woman at the top, and like, did he use the word value or something?
Hmm. Probably.
I think so. Like, we can lose value is kind of what he was saying, and men have to
Yeah.
gain value. You remember that one?
Hmm.
Okay, so
And over time, over time, a guy's value is basically can increase, but over time, a woman's value is going to somewhat decrease because the longer you spend doing whatever it is that you're doing, I don't give a damn if you're working on your career or whatever, it after a certain age, it becomes a lot harder for that woman to be able to bear children. And so you got to make sure that you're using your time wisely. And again, even it goes back to young ladies growing up and learning all of those things before they even get out of the house, before you even hit the age of 18. There's just certain things that you need to learn, to know, to understand. You know, your job is basically to be a helpmeet. Like you're to be molded into what that man wants you to be. And the longer that you spend outside of that home, out here in the world, you're being molded into something that you're not supposed to be. That's just my personal opinion. And things that I see like every day based on, the women that are out here that are single, or that choose to focus on their career, or they choose to have children by different guys, or don't choose to have children at all. Again, they just focusing on their career. They don't have any children. I just see oftentimes a lot of those women are not able to get the type of guys or even the type of life that they really truly wanted, because they didn't use their best years being zeroed in and focus on the things that they should have been focused on. Now, a guy on the other hand, this motherfucker can be 35. I mean, if we keep it at the band, I'm starting to see freaking, and I'm not saying that I condone it, but guys that are in their 40s, you know what I'm saying, getting with these middle age or mid 20s, late 20s or whatever, some nice looking women settling down, having children, and living their best life. But then again, you look on the opposite end, some of the best looking women are out here complaining that they're not able to find a guy, a partner, a husband to settle down with. Nobody's taking them serious. So that goes back to, I don't think that men and women are the same.
We're not.
And so when it comes to a lot of things, I don't think that it's right to look at it like that. You know what I mean? Like some things guys can do, and and women can't, and vice versa. What's that? But yeah, I definitely that'll be the follow up though. I'll follow up with like, do women do it? And then the next question would be why? Why do you, or why would you put that guy in a friend zone, knowing you don't want to give him none? That's a really, really good question. I'm gonna enjoy asking that, though. I need to have my little detective magnifying glass when I do the public interviews. I'm gonna be getting in everybody's business for real. We do have another thing I wanted you to put on screen. It's about potential, and we actually kind of touched into this with the last question. I didn't want to go too deep into it. Tim, you can put that up on screen now. But it's about basically asking people, should you date based on potential? And I'm curious.
Date for
Oh, go ahead, my
potential.
bad.
I look at the person as they are right this moment.
Right.
And this isn't to discount what you're saying, but I don't give a damn about your vision unless it's in works.
And that's the reason why I said system.
So you can tell me
Because
all
the
day,
system is
I
already
got
running.
dreams to be in this and this and that. It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
Men don't look at us and go, oh man, she has the potential to be in shape.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
How you are today
How
is
you
what
are
they
today.
want. You won't even get a
Yes.
second look.
You
Not
damn,
a second
and
look.
you
They don't
hold
look at you and
on.
go, oh,
I'm gonna say this,
wow.
and you damn near only disappointed when she starts changing from what you married her to be.
What you married her.
So I'm going to
Because-
keep that
right.
same energy, and I'm going to operate the same way that a man operates.
All right. Yeah, please get that up off the screen, man, because this is what I say about living in an echo chamber, man. I never, ever want to be in an echo chamber. I actually prefer people to disagree with me, and we can just ask questions and discuss. I'm never going to say that anybody is wrong. I'm just going to ask the questions, and, hopefully you can you can better explain, this is the reason why you believe whatever it is that you believe. But being around or being in an echo chamber with people that sit there, no, shut the hell, let them get off whatever they're trying to get off, and then we have a discussion about it. But what do y'all think, man? What do you guys think? What do you young ladies think or whatever? Should you date based on potential? And I also want to hear what are y'all thoughts about what they just said. Well, first we'll just ask, should you date based on potential? Then we'll get into the rest of it.
I think I could reply to this better with low-key agreeing with what they're saying about what they're saying that men don't normally go date off potential. And I think that's the only part that I can agree on. So and then when she said that she's going to pretty much think like a man, with those points, or well, just overall, it's the double standard thing. You can't. Yeah. So it's like you can't, because you are a female and they are men. So them all agreeing all together, no. And I feel like a woman could technically, I feel like the woman should be able to date potential.
Okay. Respect that. All right, Cole, what your thoughts is, brother? Do you think that people should date based on potential? You can speak
I'm a,
for the men and the women.
I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give a reason why to that. It's I agree with Tina. It's so much of a double standard because both parties are looking at it in a different lens. I think guys are looking at it in the lens. I would date her. I would date a potential in an aspect of like she can be molded to being the woman I need her to be as a wife, a nurturer, and things of that nature. And sometimes women date the guy potentially in a way of financial gains, stability, um, it's pretty much financial stability, and want to make sure they be taken care of. Because a guy could tell a girl, "Well, I have this Fortune 500 company, and I'm making this kind of money," and she, in her eyes, she's like, "That's a security blanket. That's financial stability. All right, I'm gonna date this guy and see where it goes." And when if he lose that job and it hits the fan, she out. If a guy dates a girl potentially to be that woman that he needs, either she's gonna be it or she's not gonna be it. And if she's not gonna be it, she out of there.
Yeah.
It's a double standard. It's it sucks to say like everything is strictly double standard when it becomes between men and women, but it's just the way it is. This is how the world has always operated that way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just the way it is. So I would say, when it comes, so I'm gonna answer the question first, and I'm gonna have Tina put that back up on so we can kind of dissect and go through what they said. So, should a man date based on potential? I would say yeah. I think that it's okay for a guy to date based on potential, right? And I think, matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and put this across the board. As long as a person has good morals, good values, and they are showing or displaying good character, and you done check that damn social media and made sure that they ain't out here, shaking that thing for the streets and nothing like that. They ain't got no OnlyFans. As long as they're displaying certain things, then I think that it's okay. Now, when it comes to a young lady choosing a man, I think that absolutely women, I think that women have to date based on potential. I think that most women, you do not want to get that guy when he's at the final stage, when he's close to that final whatever. Because when men get to that point, you know what I'm saying, when they're done learning and everything like that, that patience be short. It's better for women to get with a man that does have that potential, that's building up to whatever it is, you know, he's trying to build up to. And you want to continue to make sure that while that man is growing, that you're growing with him, right? And I think Kobe just dropped off. But yeah, I think that it's extremely important for young women to understand the importance of dating that guy that does have the potential to be your person. Like if this is a guy that has a plan, that's moving towards that plan or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna have to date based on potential, because most guys don't hit their financial stride until their late 30s. You know what I mean? Especially in the beginning, those guys that are in college, that are in high school or whatever, they broke. They ain't got no damn money. So what else do they have besides potential? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, people oftentimes talk about women's intuition and everything like that. That starts to kick in at an early age. Pay attention to it. You should be using that to figure out, you know, if this is the type of guy that I can see myself with long term, instead of my women's intuition kicking in when the guy do something wrong or do something bad. But yeah, if you can bring that clip back up real quick and try to figure out what the heck happened to Kobe.
Yeah, before I do, I just wanted to say I'm glad you did bring up like age and then and early, early young adults. Because as you were saying before, you think about those women that are, in their 40s, maybe the late 30s, early 40s and on, they've pretty much past that point where the men are at, maybe capacity potential.
Yeah, searching for themselves.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out like, yo, what is my place in this world? You know what I mean? And when a guy's able to identify what his purpose is, most men that I know, when they identify what their purpose is, most guys that I know already have that hard work, that drive, and everything else that they need in order to make something happen. When they able to identify, yo, this is my purpose, and all I got to do is just put my all into it, and I know that, it's gonna be a lot of fruit that's gonna be on this tree as a reward for that. It's a no-brainer. This is easy work now. But the thing is, you got a lot of guys that look back and they think to themselves, the people that I would have considered, or the people that I am considering, now I'm starting to think to myself like, okay, is this a person that's putting in similar work to me? Not as far as business minded wise, you know what I mean? Maybe just, it could be professional or personal development. Like, are they trying to better themselves? You know what I'm saying? As we go along. Kobe, you kind of missed a little bit, but I basically just touched in on women dating based on potential. And I was saying that I think that a lot of women have to date based on potential. When you think about these young women or whatever, guys in their, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s or whatever, most of those guys, the only thing that they have is damn potential. I mean, they might have a day job, but they're literally still living paycheck to paycheck. Most men don't hit their financial stride until their mid to late 30s. So I think that a lot of women honestly should date based on potential, because when that guy gets to that final that final side or whatever, when he makes it to that level of success, a lot of those guys ain't got too much patience. You know what I mean? So you want to get a guy before he gets to that point, because it becomes a lot harder to get and secure those men that have reached that level. You know what I mean? Their visibility has went up. Their money has went up. Where they normally hang out, those places change. The people that they hang around, that has changed. The way that they talk, the way that they speak, like the environment starts to change. And those guys become hip to making better investments in their lives. Because trust and believe, I mean, no matter how you look at it, young ladies, you are definitely an investment. And I'm not making, you know what I'm saying, a crazy investment, you know, just based on feelings. Those guys move with logic. And if this is not the logical thing to do, you know what I'm saying? If you got a young lady that doesn't listen, that's argumentative or whatever, that's not trying to understand who I am, how I operate, and trying to figure out how she can either fit in or make my life better, then why in the world would I give this young lady the time of day? So again, it's better for you to get with those guys when the only thing that they have is potential. Again, of course, pick guys that have good morals, good values, and things like that. But yeah, that's what we've been talking about, Cole.
I agree.
All right, she's gonna bring the Tina's gonna bring the clip up again. We're gonna go ahead and go through it one more time, and then we'll see what you guys think.
I don't date for potential.
Mhm.
I look at the person as they are right this moment.
Right.
And you know, this isn't to discount what you're saying, but I don't give a damn about your vision unless it's in works.
That's the reason why I said system.
So you can tell me
Because the
all day,
system is
I
already
got
running.
dreams to be in this and this and that. It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
Men don't look at us and go, oh man, she has the potential to be in shape.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
How you are today
How you
is what
are
they
today,
want. You won't even get a second look.
You
Not
damn,
a second
and
look.
you
They don't look at you and go, oh,
I'm gonna say
wow.
this, and you damn near only disappointed when she starts changing from what you married her to be.
What you married her.
So I'm going to keep that same energy, and I'm going to operate the.
I'm gonna say this, guy. I want y'all to pay close attention. Just looking at this clip, you can easily tell, or I'm gonna say you'll easily be able to X out who would not be classified as wifey material. The loudest one in the room is always the weakest one in the room. And you have a young lady that's sitting here. Again, it's okay to be vocal. All right. But just listening, man, I understand you're trying to get your point across, man. But you're doing the most for no reason. When the very first thing she said was, listen, I'm not dating based on potential. The first thing that came to my mind, single. The more she talked, single. It was another did y'all realize there was other young women in that conversation besides her?
Bro, that girl over there that was sitting next to
Brown, right?
Mr. Let Go.
Brown, right? With the
Yes.
brown.
Yeah, she was sitting there quiet, didn't say a word.
Well, ain't that strange? The men's senses are tingling. Like, yo, I can tell you right now, I know who wouldn't be a wife. Right there. Listen, just quiet. She covered up. I don't know. I can't really tell if she's rocking her natural hair or not, but she quiet. She covered up. She chilling. It ain't no need for all that, man. Like, what we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, what are y'all thoughts based on what this young lady said? She said, listen, I'm not dating you based on your doggone potential. I don't care nothing about potential.
Is it in my mind, are you saying that you don't date for potential because of where you are in life as of right
Absolutely.
now? Because
Absolutely.
I guarantee there was at some point she was dating potentials. And I'm guessing the reason why she feels that way now because the potentials have not worked out for her.
What it
So
is, man. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
and like, you know, you got Mr. Let Go sitting over there saying what he's saying. Like, he ain't really get to really speak, but like there's some things I can agree with him on from what he spoke, but a lot of the time he speaks a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
And so I just believe that like you said, people should date potential because you don't know where that person is going to be in the next 5 or 10 years. So like when she went on about what she said, I immediately was, oh yeah, you single.
It was definitely like an automatic. Yeah, man. Again, going back, I still believe, guys, that men and women are different. I don't think that they are the same. I think that again, when it comes to women, in most cases, you are going to date based on potential. Guys, should you date a young lady that has potential? Yes, if she aligns with certain things. If you are looking for a wife, if you are looking for somebody to be the mother of your children, if you're looking for somebody that you're trying to be with long term, then there are a lot more things that you need to consider when it comes to those things, right? But yeah, go ahead. My bad, Tina. I should have let you go. Let me let you go before I get into the next part of this.
What you mean?
I was gonna let you get your spiel. What are your thoughts on what she was saying? She said she don't date based on potential. You know what I'm saying? She don't give a damn about anything about what that guy got going on when it comes to. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this shake. I'm trying to make that shake or whatever.
I mean, pretty much what y'all have said. When she said that, I felt like, oh, okay, so she's single. It just, I couldn't. It's funny, like she was talking, but I couldn't really hear what she was saying. Because I'm like, I don't want to hear anything like that. Like, I don't want to hear anything from somebody that's out here, you know. I mean, yeah, she might have, I don't know her, but yeah, she might have the career and stuff. But again, you out here probably 40s, maybe. I'm not exactly sure how old she looks. But yeah, so now you at this age where you've kind of aged out is what I'm feeling like. She kind of just aged out, and I don't want to hear from her. Like, give me something that looks like the one in the brown. She looks like she's probably married. Let me see. Is she? Y'all
I
don't
don't
see
know.
a ring?
Probably. I'm definitely.
I
I'm gonna
think
go
I
check
see
it
a
out.
ring.
Huh?
I think I see a ring.
Probably.
But yeah, so she seems like she would disagree with the girl in the all black and probably have some better insight for women that's out here dating or looking for a husband. Hopefully.
Yeah. Because it can't be what they say a wolf in sheep clothing. You know, they do that too, boy. They do that too. They'll dress the part. And as soon as you get on, like, who the hell is this? Oh, I need that nun back. Where's she at? I need that nun.
Well, the one in the black, the black and white, she looks like she's covered up. Can't really tell on that one though, but yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it a band with y'all. I've gotten to the point where I kind of look at some people different. And this could be something that I probably need to go to therapy about. I don't know. But anytime I see a young lady that has weave or wig on, that right there just kind of, I don't trust it. All right. That's strike one. Strike two, a buttload of makeup. That's strike two. Strike three would be like a young lady that what you call it either need like a fill-in or they missing nails. All of that, honestly, in a lot of different cases, just scream, get the hell away. I don't know why, but anytime I'm watching like a podcast or anything, I'm definitely looking at them damn nails. I'm looking at them nails. Of course, I'm looking at the outfit. I'm looking at, like how natural is this young lady that's speaking right now?
What kind of nails? Let's ask that question. What kind of nails?
So when it comes to nails, like listen, I'm a little bit more lenient on nails. Like as long as it's not like extremely long and crazy, I'm okay with the fake nails. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with fake nails as long as they not trying to do too much. But I don't like when somebody has nails missing. Like you knew you were gonna be on camera, you knew you were gonna be out in the public. Either take them off or go get them things redone. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think just speaking and talking about nails, that's really the only issue that I had. Or if you need like a fill-in, like go get them damn things done. Like that, it screams dirty to me. That screams, of course, hopefully your clothes are clean. When you get on, again, when you're getting on these type, I'm not saying, because listen, I understand people have their off days. Maybe she just had a nail that popped. Okay, cool. I understand that. But before you get on a podcast, take them damn things off. Go get your nails done. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get on anything, I think that you should be natural. Again, I absolutely love it when people embrace how natural they are. And it just seems to me, more oftentimes than not, these women that get on these platforms that are a lot more on the natural side, they're a lot softer. They're a lot more feminine. Versus these women that try to put on that fake femininity stuff where they think that that brings out their feminine side, which is these bust downs, these wigs, these weaves, this buttload of makeup, that ain't got nothing to do with your femininity, man. I'm gonna keep it. That ain't got nothing. That has absolutely nothing to do with your femininity.
I'll say this. Now I'm gonna kind of touch on what you said. So the nails part, I most definitely agree. If you got one that popped off, either you take all them off or get them
Yeah.
redone. I totally agree. Ick of mine is that one thing I can't stand, and it's just the norm now. I can't stand seeing women walk in the store with bonnets on.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's another thing.
That that just irks me. Like she can be so pretty in the face and has a great body, but she got the bonnet on. That's what ruins it sometimes for guys.
Yeah.
And and like like I said, I don't have a problem with women want to, get their hair done, do braids, and if they want to put a wig on to enhance their look or whatever the case may be, because they may have short hair, they may not.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. This is the thing that I got. I have a question about that, right? Because I know you said enhance. What's wrong with that natural beauty? Why do they need to enhance anything? Like, do
Well,
they? Oh, go ahead.
I say this. Me personally, I prefer natural look because that's just me. I know women do that because it enhances their look. Everything that they do when it comes to hair, nails, makeup,
How,
body,
how
any
so?
type of cosmetic surgery or anything like that, it's an enhancement.
How so?
It's a confidence booster for them
Why?
because they may not be happy with themselves. They're not good. They're not comfortable in their own skin. So where they feel like they have to enhance themselves to look more presentable or more attractive in the eyes of the men out there.
So
That's
do you think that most men find that attractive? Or do you think that most men prefer natural women?
I think it's 50-50 because I've watched videos where they've asked guys, would you take a woman with a natural booty or a BBL? And
I have a clip. I have a clip about that. I think that every single last one of the guys said that they would definitely prefer natural.
and then you got some other guys that are saying like if it looks natural and she do have one, I'll take it. And I'm like,
Are those the type of men that are trying to wife these women, or are they just trying to have sex? I'm talking about the guys that are actually taking women serious, not just looking at them as an object.
I think it's both because you have guys out here that are paying for women's cosmetic surgeries just for them to enhance themselves.
And are those guys, are most of those guys the type of guys that are marrying these women, or are they just having sex with these women?
It's both. It's literally both.
Okay. We're gonna
Because
we're gonna definitely we're gonna do a poll. We're gonna do a poll. I'm definitely interested when it comes to that because I think, well, again, when we speak about majority, right, just 51%, not even saying 70 or 80, I think that 51% of the guys would definitely say that they prefer a natural woman. I think that most of the guys that I have asked would definitely prefer for women to be natural. I'm talking about natural hair, and just be in love with your natural self. You don't necessarily need all of that those other things in order for you to be beautiful. And I think that men in large have always said this. I don't care about makeup. I don't care about wigs and weave. Like, I didn't marry you, or I didn't choose to be with you for the rest of my life because you had a nice wig on. I'm in love with who you are, not what you have on.
do
So
you
just
think
embrace who
guys do you
you are
think guys do
naturally.
the same thing though, bro?
Huh?
Do you think guys do the same thing though?
What do guys put on that's not of their natural, as far as hair, makeup, and
Well, I'll say this for example. And I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm
Oh
sorry
no,
about
you good,
that.
you good, you good, you good. All right.
Um, I think when you think about guys, sometimes guys don't like how their teeth look, so they go and get veneers.
Okay.
You got guys that are losing their hair and they feel like they're not getting no type of looks from any women or anybody out there, so they want to go get a hair transplant to
Mm-hmm.
get their hair fuller. Or they take their hair, if they do have a full head of hair, they'll take some of that hair and put it on their face so they can grow a beard because they can't grow one.
Mm-hmm.
Because the society is saying like if you want to get a woman or if you want a woman to be attracted to you, you gotta have a full beard.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason why I asked because it sort of goes both ways, but it's more particular towards the woman than it is the man. Because honestly, I definitely don't think it's like it's it might be a little bit of a confidence booster or enhancement to a guy,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people don't have a problem with it. A lot of people don't have a problem with guys going to get hair transplants and getting there to get a full head of hair back or getting a full beard. People don't see that as an issue, but I think there are guys out there that have confident issue because they're losing their hair at a young age. Because if they don't have facial hair, then like, all right, like nobody gonna talk to me. I don't have a full beard or I have a full head of hair. Like that's why I was asking.
All right, so when let's go. We're gonna go back and we're gonna dissect this thing one by one. So you talked about men losing their hair versus women that go out and get wigs and weave when most women are not getting it because they're losing their hair. Let's keep it a bit. Let's be honest. Most women are not losing their hair. Most women they either decide to cut their hair off. Let's keep it a band. Most women are deciding to either cut their hair off and go from long to short on whichever day that they choose. So we're trying to make a point about a guy that is losing things like naturally. He really has no control over it versus people that are literally going out here and doing things on purpose. So I don't think that we'll be able to put that in the same category as somebody that's going to go choose to do these things versus people that honestly listen, I can't help it. This is a part of genetics or whatever because most women that are wearing those wigs and those weaves are not women that are losing their hair. Can we agree with that?
I 100% agree. I just wanted to put that out there just to see what your opinion was.
Gotcha. So when it comes to the veneers, right? The veneers, would you say that most people are able to afford? Because how much are those things? Like $5,000, $10,000?
Nobody can afford it unless you got it. You can afford it because every single person that you've seen on YouTube from the start, they teeth was messed up
Yeah.
or it wasn't white enough, and they got veneers once they got their money up.
Facts. I agree. So going back to again the majority, most people, right? Most people are not going out and doing these things because either they don't have the money, or if they do decide to do these things, they're doing it because, listen, this wasn't something that I decided. This was just based on genetics. So I'm just trying to correct those issues for whatever reason or whatnot. And I'm not trying to really enhance. I'm just trying to get back to what I had 4-5 years ago. 4-5 years ago, I had a hair full of a head full of hair. I'm just trying to get back to that. I'm not trying to enhance. I don't need a fro. I just need a fade. Shit. I don't need this long hair like I got locks or whatnot. I'm just thinking about like just the majority of people. I think that again, when we go back to the majority of people, if we take this thing back to, one of the points that I was making earlier, I think that it honestly stems from I don't know how else to put it, but some confused young ladies that don't understand how important it is to embrace who you naturally are. I think that a lot of young women believe that they are enhancing their beauty, but they're actually covering it up. Because the way that you enhance something is you remove all of that extra stuff, not cover it up. Like you're beautiful in your own skin. And you should not be, and let's keep it a band, most of them are trying their best to look like the next person. Because when they put all that hair, all that makeup on, they look exactly like each other. Like, it's hard to be able to identify who the hell is who now. Like, yo, that girl look just like Michael Jackson. And she the same color as damn, what's his name, man? Wesley Snipes. That stuff ain't cute. Remove that stuff. Like, you are beautiful. And I'm just trying to get more people to understand that. Like, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. You shouldn't want to be everybody's cup of tea. But you should be comfortable in your own skin. It's only one you. Embrace who you are. And ain't nothing wrong with that. And I promise you, you will attract the person that you're supposed to be with versus attracting all the rest of those other people that you're trying to impress that don't give two ifs about you. If somebody ain't rocking with you because, again, you ain't got the latest lace front on, or you ain't got, you know what I'm saying, the longest nails, bust down, whatever they call that mess now, those people are not the people that are for you. You want somebody that's gonna get with you, that's gonna rock with you the long way, forever and ever, based on who you are. No makeup, no fake hair, no weeds.
Trying to
Get
put
rid of that stuff.
the cosmetology business out of business.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. What you say, Tina?
Just putting a little joke in there, Thompson. I say you trying to put the cosmetology business out of business.
Hey, yeah. So, well, when it comes to certain things, again, man, I'm I'm not necessarily saying that you should never do it, right? I'm just saying in most cases, in most cases, man, you don't need all that extra stuff. Listen, if you have a young person, a young lady, or whatever that knows and embraces who they are naturally, but they occasionally, maybe once a month or whatever, want to go out and do the extra, cool. I'm okay with that. But when that person takes off all of that, they still look in the mirror and they still see a beautiful person. The issue that I have is I have literally seen women say that they are not beautiful unless they have all of that stuff on. And I'm like, what? Like, who taught you this mess? There is no way in the world I think that oftentimes men get the blame for the reason why, they say most women are like this. Well, that's the type of guys that's the type of girls that y'all guys go after. The women that got the BBLs, they got all the makeup on. Like, no, I think that you need to pay close attention to what type of guys are going after that and what they are going after that for.
It's social media. That's what it is. You watch these people on YouTube, these couples, and you watch these people do these get ready with me in the morning routines and crap like that. You
Mhm.
watch these girls wake up in the morning, do these skincare routines, and put makeup on early
Mhm.
in the morning. Because there are women out here that say they immediately wake up, they take a shower, they do their skincare routine, and they put makeup on.
Mm.
They do this is a part of their routine that they do on a regular, and when you see that, you believe that's supposed to be that way.
Mm.
Like I said, I do not mind if we go out on a date. If we stepping and we're going to steak 48 or something like that. If we stepping and you saying I'm about to put on some makeup, I'm finna doll myself up, cool, I don't care. But if we saying we're about to go to Hickory Tavern or Olive Garden, you can go natural if you want to. I don't care. I love natural. But if that I man, I promise you, I could not deal with that with somebody saying like you wake up and the very first thing you do is go put on makeup. That's not gonna work.
Facts. So you got anything you want to say about that real quick?
Well, not really. Not really. I'm kind of just gonna comment on like the little joke about you trying to put the cosmetology business out of business. Um, you trying to put what was that? I was actually thinking about like how it was, back in the day where, body shaming and images, if you didn't, well, way back, it was being really, really skinny was the thing. And then curves and vibrations and stuff like that is like the mainstream is what a whole lot of people are going by, is what they are telling you this is what beauty is versus this is what a man thinks beauty is.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it's one of those things where the source is a different source versus what you should be listening to. If you're looking to attract a man, ask a man versus
Facts. Go directly to the source. Go ahead and pull up the sponsors real quick. We're gonna go ahead and tap in on this real quick before we get up out of here. But yeah, man, again, just going back to, the things that honestly, man, I've been saying this really since before I had a platform. Before I had a platform on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Before I started to actually be a lot more vocal about this on my different YouTube channels or whatever. Like, I used to be on Facebook telling and talking about this until I was freaking blue in the face, man. I do not mind anybody that decides that they want to put on makeup. What I'm saying is it doesn't take much, right? Like, what is it called? Magic Mind. Yeah, Magic Mind, the sponsors of this podcast. But yeah, that's just the main thing, man. Just trying to get them to understand that you don't need a lot of makeup. You don't need makeup, period. First and foremost. And regardless of if you're going anywhere. Now, when it comes to skincare routine, because you did touch in on that. When it comes to skincare routines, I do believe that it is important for everybody to take care of their skin, right? Like to have some type of skincare routine, between the sun, the things that we eat, consume on a day-to-day basis or whatever. Like there are, am I still on? Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. There are certain things that you need to make sure that you do, either every day, every other day, or weekly or whatever to make sure that you have clear skin. And you want to make sure that thing shines. Now, when it comes to women, like you can go and get your eyebrows arched. That's natural. Like, it's okay for you to get your eyebrows arched or fixed up or whatever. All of that is natural. They're not really doing anything other than really lining that up. That's to me, that's the same as a guy going to get a nice little tape up, a shape up or whatever. Women, you can go out and get your natural hair done and be beautiful. Natural hair done. You can go and get your eyebrows arched. Throw on some lip gloss. Ain't nothing like seeing a woman with lip gloss on. That right there. I'm not a fan of lipstick. No, but throw that lip gloss on. That's always been sexy to me. Throw that lip gloss on. Throw on a nice little outfit. Make sure you take care of yourself, take care of your body or whatnot, man. And we good to go. It don't take much, man. You spending hundreds of thousands of dollars every year on cosmetics is insane. When you should be, honestly, a lot of them need to be putting that more towards to like therapy and stuff. Hey, have we been on what's the name? Have we been up here? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Kobe, you got anything else you want to add?
No, my brother, you got it, man.
All right, Tina, you got anything else you wanted to add?
No more, brother. You got
All right, man. And just like that, guys, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, man. I know we did it on a weird day today, like Monday, but I appreciate everybody that was able to tap in, chime in, and whatnot. And until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast.
All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. You know, as a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, you know, with that, a lot of stress, he was drinking a lot of caffeine, and it turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over, and I tried it out for the first day, and this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side, and I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up, and then we're going to try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11. So we'll see. Whew. Whew. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if, you know, it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all, please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right? Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa. Too bad was you know